And we're live, and welcome to the TADSummit Asia webinar we're doing with hSenid Mobile. And we have Roshni and Sandarenu both here, and they're going to be providing a preview of what they're going to be presenting. Now, we do have a couple of slight changes to the TADSummit Asia format we're no longer planning an in-person event at the end May a online event with some keynotes and panel sessions, and then we've postponed the in-person to a later date to ensure we get good attendance. But this is still a preview of what we're going to share at the online event. So Roshni, would you please provide an introduction to hSenid Mobile and yourself, and Sandarenu, please.
Sure, Alan, thank you very much. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Roshni Malika. I'm Deputy General Manager at hSenid Mobile, heading the go-to-market of the business. So I'm responsible for the sales, partners, business development, basically all the business areas. And Sandarenu, my colleague, is actually from the engineering side. She's actually software architect and overlooking many of our products. So that's a brief introduction to the two of us. And let me give you a little bit about hSenid Mobile. So hSenid as a group has been in the industry for 22 years now. And under the hSenid umbrella, hSenid Mobile has been operating out of Singapore and Sri Lanka from the start, and recently opened office in Bangladesh. We have a strong presence in the APAC region, while we continuously look to expand in other markets, of course. And our customers are primarily from telco, financial, and enterprise segments, to whom we provide a range of products and services under the verticals of communication, customer engagement, and cloud services. So looking at our history briefly, I believe we have been a silent partner to our customers, enabling them to transform the lives of their customers in various different forms. So some of our products have created disruptive business models with new and recurring revenue streams by enabling ecosystems. And some have brought significant change to how our customers engage with their customers. And I think this is an area which my colleague Sandarenu will touch upon. Then there are other products which have brought about operational efficiency that has changed how our customers serve their customers. So essentially, hSenid Mobile has been an enabler for our customers with a focus on creating the future together. So that's a bit about hSenid Mobile and what we do. And then just on the TADS front, we have been with Alan and the TAD community from its inception in 2014, and very thankful to Alan for making us a part of it. It has been a great pleasure to participate in TADSummit, to share the knowledge and learning from the community, and also to host the sister event TADHack that brings together developer communities, which we have been doing in Sri Lanka and for a couple of years in Bangladesh.
That's excellent. Thank you so much, Roshni. And I always feel with hSenid Mobile, it's one of the great unsung heroes within the whole of the telecoms industry. In the ecosystems you've created in the countries that you operate are by far and away the most successful in terms of the social and economic impact. While we've seen many other vendors struggle in this space in working with their telco partners, I think hSenid Mobile remains the most successful. And also, I think the work that you're doing now in enterprise is very interesting, because you're putting the same tools, the same arms that were used by telcos now into the hands of enterprises so they can do this themselves. So it's very exciting times with hSenid Mobile. So let me just quickly provide a quick introduction to TADSummit, because actually Dinesh was presenting at the first ever TADSummit back in 2013 in Bangkok. So you've been with us since the very beginning of the whole TADS journey. Now, back then we focused on telecom APIs, which would become known as CPaaS, Communications Platform as a Service. Now, nearly half the sponsors of that first TADSummit have been acquired. Many of the presenters there are leading this industry today. Now, CPaaS has become a building block of a far greater shift, what we term as programmable communications. And this, is, of course, is covering UCaaS, CCaaS, open source telecom software, multi-factor authentication, instant authentication, a whole range of messaging, voice-related services. And again, just to, props to hSenid Mobile, making them as easy as possible for anybody to use them. Not just APIs, but also very simple templates and web forms, so that the owner of a small business can get in and be able to message and communicate with their customers. We actually try to use the word CX tech, like fintech, but using CX tech where the C stands for connectivity, communications, collaboration, conversation, and customer. The X because it's all about the experience. And then tech because our focus is on enablers rather than the sort of end service. So if you're a CIO trying to understand what CPaaS, UCaaS, CSaaS, cloud communications, chatbots, all these acronyms and terms that are used, TADSummit will provide that clarity of understanding to break through the marketing terms into what it really means for your business. If you're a technology or a service provider, in this segment, you'll meet with peers that have a track record of innovation in this space in an open environment that can help your businesses grow together. That is creating the future faster. Because back to Roshni's point, ecosystems are critical today. If you're a telco or a CSP or one of the strategic suppliers to them, TADSummit provides independent thought leadership to see the future of telecoms today and help you build the partnerships to grow your communications business. We may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we stand by our record in showing where the industry is going. For developers and students, TADSummit is a great opportunity to understand an exciting technology area to set your career on a fast track. And for regulators and thought leaders, you'll meet the brain trust of the growth engine in telecoms today. So think of what we do at TADSummit as telecoms done in a web way. And we're very fortunate to have hSenid Mobile here, who are one of the leading providers in this space in really redefining what telecoms means, not just for telcos, but for all the ecosystem within the country, whether you're a small business, large business, a developer, or even a student. So with that, I'd like to hand back to Roshni and Sandarenu. If you could provide a preview of your presentations, that would be excellent. Thank you.
Alan, thank you. So coming to, let me start off with the preview that I have prepared. Sorry. So so during our history of over 2 decades in the software industry, we had worked very closely with telcos. In fact, telcos had been our start, and we had spent a lot of time understanding the changes in the telco landscape over time, helping them to adapt to those changes with disruptive solutions. And in these solutions with telcos, our CPaaS has played a key role. So hSenid Mobile's CPaaS made it possible for telcos to adopt a new business model, which offered a platform for anyone with an idea to create services and start earning money. So I think this is where we come to what Alan, you said about about templates and web forms and all of that. So it actually, and what we did with our CPaaS, it enabled to create an ecosystem for telcos, where for the first time, non-developers or people with zero technical knowledge were able to create and launch apps in a matter of minutes. So an entirely new segment of value-added services were rolling out continuously for telcos, which were relevant to niche markets and solving local problems. Not only value-added services, but many startups and other internal services came up as a result of the CPaaS and the processes built around to create an ecosystem. So with this knowledge and the learnings from our collaboration with telcos and their ecosystems with respect to CPaaS, as well as our work with enterprises where we are acutely aware of their pain points, which are again sometimes local and very relevant to a specific market, we are now looking at the power CPaaS can bring to enterprises. It will be at a completely different level from how telcos benefited. The specialized problems that an enterprise encounters in its daily operations from the standpoint of communication, and how hSenid Mobile's eCPaaS or enterprise CPaaS will solve it for the enterprise business users is what we will address. So I look forward to speak more on the power of CPaaS for enterprises and the benefits at TADSummit Asia 2019. And over to my colleague.
Thank you, Roshni. As Roshni mentioned, CPaaS is about enabling the telecommunication for other providers. In addition to that, the telecommunication operators are facing another different challenge. That is, in any country, telecom operators are providing same set of services, and their coverage is same, their quality is same, and also most of the time their pricing of the products are also same. So today, the operators are facing a unique challenge, like how to differentiate themselves. For the consumers, it is very easy to switch the networks because they don't have anything to lose. They don't feel the difference from switching from operator 1 to operator B. So finding this differentiation is becoming a key point for the operators to retain their consumers as well as to keep them engaged. So this engaging is becoming a key challenge for the operators. To keep them engaged, I think having a better self-care platform will be crucial. So with that, they can have a better communication channel, direct communication channel with the consumers. So during the TED Summit, I'm going to talk about like how you can have a good feature-rich self-care platform which will enable you to engage with your consumers more and provide them very fast features, add-ons, or the data packs, or that kind of things, and the direct communication channels, and keep them satisfied and retain them in the long run. So we have been working with few operators closely and providing them these self-care platforms, and they are been very happy about the products, and so that has become a key differentiator for them, because consumers love their self-care, and if they switch the networks, then they will lose the thing, and they will lose this ability to quickly change services, top-ups, and all those things. So that has become a key differentiator. So during this TED Summit, I'm going to talk about the features and how you can enable your operations also with this self-care application. So that's the plan. Over to you, Roshni.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. So just a couple of quick questions. So I'll start with you, Roshni. Now, you rightly pointed out that how an enterprise will use a CPaaS will be different compared to how a telco uses it. I'm wondering if you could give an example of the sort of different level of usage a enterprise would have for a CPaaS.
So, Alan, what we see in some of the markets that we work with, mostly in the Asian regions, what we see is there are very specific requirements, there are regulatory challenges, stuff like that, which a usual CPaaS will not address. And then also there's a lot of dependence on IT to get certain communication applications up and running, which takes a lot of time, effort, and cost and all of that together. So, and business users, they need things much faster than that. So what we are looking at is something to address, what they need. So that what they want, they have it now.
Gotcha. So it's that focus on specific vertical industry solutions that are regulatory compliant.
Sorry, Alan.
Sorry, no, it's okay. Let me just repeat. So it's focusing on specific vertical solutions that are in compliance with local regulations.
That's right, in complying with local regulations, as well as faster time to roll out, because there's a
Exactly.
lot of dependence on the IT at the moment. So it's to eliminate that IT dependency and for the business users to have solutions immediately when they want.
Yep, no, absolutely. In fact, one of the other presenters that we have lined up for TADSummit, Prem from Cognizant, is dealing with exactly that speed of IT operations and using chatbots to get around a lot of IT integration. So a very good point you're raising there. And then last question to Sandarenu. What do you see within the self-care solution as the most important feature?
Well, the most important feature is like this having the multiple channels. Like today, the consumers are using like Android phones, iOS phones, and different models of phones. And also in countries like Asia, like some people don't have smartphones, so they would use these channels like USSD and things like to get these self-care things working. So that could be the crucial thing in a self-care platform. Like consumer should be able to access it anywhere from any platform, regardless of what kind of phone they have or what kind of internet connections they have. So then that will make them happy. So that is, I think, the most important thing for a self-care platform. And also like to in each and every platform to provide them the same services, like same set of experience. So that will be the
Very
most
good point. No, that's clear. So again, thank you, Roshni, Sandarenu, for your previews of your presentations. I'm really looking forward to them, and I'm proud that you're able to join us at TADSummit Asia. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and looking forward to seeing your presentations very soon.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.